Alright, welcome everybody. My name is Alex Flabbyman Bylina, and I will be bringing you an Overwatch Scrim with our high school league. Today we have the Falcons playing the Tigers, and it's going to be a really good match. It's going to be a rematch of the Scrim we had last week. So, just running through the teams real quick. On the Falcons, we have Lineth looking like he's going to be playing the Soldier, Steve on Orisa, Glacier on Zenyatta, Fruity Memes on Mercy, Schnark on Roadhog, and then Zoom on Junkrat. So it's looking pretty good right now. And for the Tigers, we have Hunting on Zarya, Meep on Genji, Torbmain on Lucio, Penny on Reinhardt. Funny, because he likes to pin people. Lord Mooman on Moira, and Juice on the Roadhog. Interesting note is from the attacking team, it does not look like we have a Mercy comp. So running the Lucio Moira instead. Good old the triple tank. So I'm excited to see what's to come. Last time we did talk a lot about Meep, and he is playing the Genji this time. So I want to see exactly what they have put together. Zoom is going to definitely be able to counter him with, some good mine placement as Junkrat. So we're going to see exactly what is going on here. And with that, we're going to get right into the game.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Alright, looks like they're going to be going outside mostly, going all the way around to see where this attack leads them. Everyone else is posted on the high ground, so with this, somebody's going to need to drop down, and there it is. You see him drop down to contest the point, and a lot of damage is going down right now. Lineth is pumping a lot of damage down. Steve does take down Penny, and this is a huge first pick. But a great job by Meep to make Lineth kill himself with his rockets. And Steve's just standing on the point right now, really holding it down. This is really good. So the defending team does a really good job holding down the Falcons, laying into them. So they're probably just gonna go reset, take a second, get back up to the top row, and get ready for the next attack. And does not look like... Oh, there is. So we do see a switch. Hunting does go to the Tracer. I didn't think Zarya did that much against this team, so we're going to see exactly what to expect here. And right now they're all just posted up, and it looks like they might go the same route with Penny just poking up from up top. And I don't like, wasting the shield like that without the rest of the team there. I don't think that's necessarily the best play, but with that being said, once again Schnark has to drop down to contest the point, and Meep does take down Glacier, which is huge takedown, and immediately gets taken down by Penny. This is a huge fight. It does look like the attacking team, the Tigers, do clean up the entire team. Lord Mooman does have to pop Coalescence to get taken care of, and right now they have a great ult economy advantage with 4 to 3, even though both Glacier, Fruity Memes, and Zoom are really close to getting their own ultimates. So see Meep just moving forward, pushing forward, but Torbmain probably is going to get picked off. Does get into the cover of his own team and setting up on the low ground again. Feel like I've talked about this where I don't necessarily like that the best, but the supercharger does come down and hasn't been taken out yet. We do see a Junkrat ultimate, which I cannot find right now, but the Falcons do get a good job defending, and they're just continuing trying to push him back. Steve is doing a really good job on this Orisa right now. But does need his team to come here and help him out. So does a great job. Penny lands his ultimate on about like 4 people, but the support ultimates do come out by Glacier and Fruity Memes, with Lord Mooman popping another Coalescence, and that's going to help clean up the fight, because it just wasn't enough. And through the Transcendence, through the Valkyrie, the Tigers do clean up and are pushing towards point 2, and I don't think the Falcons are going to be able to come up and defend before it get here. So they're going to have to make the dreaded point 3 defense while while the Tigers try and push in. So Hunting has done a really good job on the Tracer being a little disruptive, and gotta shout out Man for always keeping his team up and getting ultimates fairly quickly. And I miss it, but Zoom does take out 2 people, which is going to really shut down any kind of push that's coming. So great use of an ultimate to just stall him down. And I really want to see the Falcons get set up in a good position to stop any push from coming, even if it means they have to let the cart push a bit. See just a little bit of fighting from the 2 teams.
I've got you in my sights.
And Lyneth is just countering Meep's ultimate, but it's not going to be good enough because we just see that he does get taken down and does end up killing himself. And we see right now the Tigers are just really getting pushed back, and it is not looking very good for them right now. Sorry, the Tigers are pushing the Falcons back, and the cart's getting really close to the end here, so I expect a full hold because the Tigers don't have their full power online. But as we've said this whole time, Man does have another ultimate, and with Torbman getting picked off, this is probably going to be the end of that push until he comes back. So I just want to see them fall back right now and not waste any more of their time, because at the moment you just got to wait for your support to come in, potentially get another ultimate, and I'm really looking forward to Penny if he can drop the hammer, do a really good job. So we're gonna watch him and see exactly what he's up to. I see a really good opportunity to drop the hammer with Coalescence coming in, but he gets taken down. So this whole fight's gonna be over right now. A really good job, and as I say that, Meep is going bonkers, dropping the Dragon Blade, hasn't been able to kill anybody yet, and is still not taken out, getting the heals in, but Steve is just holding, strong here, defending this last point with Schnark, and with that, they do get taken out. Lyneth is getting really close, gets the Deadeye, and they just need to fall back right now and conserve their losses, stop feeding ultimate charge. But holy smokes, what a hold by Steve and Schnark. This man is a true hero. And after the Dragon Blade Extended, Meep does switch to McCree, so probably thinking that his Genji just isn't as useful right now. And the dropping the hammer was not used. Great job by Steve once again, stopping all of that damage and CC, and didn't look like it hit anybody behind him. So that's not good, because that was probably their best engaged tool to keep going. And once again, just getting staggered and halted again.
Damage amplified.
That'll get it.
So I expect to see Lyneth just staying back and taking people's heads off right now. But a lot of ultimates right now for the Falcons, so that should really do well for them. And barrier already destroyed. But sound barrier and coalescence does come out, so great job by Lyneth to stop the charge, and I expected to see him pop the Deadeye. Doesn't get anything for it though, and right now the cart's just pushing up, so they need to go up and stop the cart. I expect to see Steve once again try and stop it, but Lyneth doesn't get anything done. Meep does take him out, and so right now you see Schnark just going whole hog, and that was just a sacrifice grab. I don't believe that was the best thing he could have done. You see both Valkyrie and Transcendence being popped. I think Trance a little early, probably shouldn't have been used and safe at this very last one. Probably just trying to use the speed of it to get out to the point. And Man does go to the back trying to get on the point, but with all the members of the Falcons here, that is probably going to be the end of the game. And that was a great hold by the Falcons on the very end there. Looking like they were getting pushed around the entire time on the first 2 points, but did pull it together and held incredibly well. I think you have to shout out Steve and Schnark. After the entire team goes down, they 2v4 to hold and wait for the respawns and stop anything from coming in. So right here you see is the point that they need to get past. Basically, they need to do a full cap. They need to get all 3 points if they want to take the victory here. And so now we're going to just get right back into the defense. We're going to switch sides, and we're going to see Lyneth and the gang on offense, while we see Hunting and Meep go to defense. And already an interesting comp if this is going to stay with both Tracer and Hanzo. Now, we know that Meep is a pretty good Hanzo, but, you know, I would like to see a better composition out of them. I don't really know what they're going to be doing with this 2-2-2 comp. I don't know. Because Hunting wants to go in and disrupt the back line. You see Meep wants to kind of just probably hang back with, you know, behind Moira, names. Moira and this chick. Orisa. Finally got it. Orisa, you know, hang back and stand behind their shields while Juice pulls people up with the halt hook combo. But, you know, we're going to see if it's able to work. You know, if they are able to hold on this first point, then they'll probably stick with it. But if they don't, I do expect to see some changes. So, getting right into this, on the offense, we are seeing some interesting choices finally getting switched back. And we do see a Winston coming out, and the Winston with a Diva. So this is already different than what we saw from the Falcons, or the Tigers on offense. So now that we're getting into it, they are going to be going down the low ground. We're going to see exactly what's coming in. So both Diva and Winston, they're just going to jump right on point, going full dive. Exactly, just going straight in. Already taking down Mooman. That's not good. Although Juice doesn't get kills back, and Meep and Hunting are both fragging out really, really well. And they're going to hold this point. They're going to need to have everyone just fall back and regroup with their team, because right now they're not really getting much done. And, you know, Schnark getting desuited is just going to stagger them even more unless he gets some ultimate. But no, Juice does take him out. So really good job. And Steve just goes straight in there. So I expect to see Juice just take him down. A great hook, but not able to take him down as Zoom does just find the kill. And so they're getting pushed back really hard right now. And that looks like they're probably going to capture the point. Steve already with his Primal Rage could probably pop it if they need to make sure that the point gets captured. Coalescence also comes out, which means he does not need to pop that, and so I do expect to see some changes. Even though the Dragon arrow is up, I expect to see a change. And there it is, Meep does change to McCree. So, you know, with this, the Falcons are looking really good. The dive comp did not necessarily work the first time, but Steve never died and kind of just kept disrupting everything that was going on. And Juice somehow dies, and so he probably got a bad spawn and just needs to regroup with his team. And Tortman gets picked off. That's really not good, which means they just need to fall back. But being able to take down Zoom may mean they get to stall the push a bit. But you know, Tracer gets back way faster than a Moira, so he's just gonna go in. And they're just not, the supports aren't there to help out the GPS, and the tank line isn't there to stop them. And so I don't know exactly what's going on, but Lyneth does go in, does not get anything taken care of, and Tortman does pop Coalescence to just keep him back. So you know, things are not looking good as they're going way too deep, and that's a great job placing the barrier to stop the Diva Bomb. And it looks like they're just gonna halt the point right here. You know, it is looking a little bit back and forth from these teams, a little bit of throws from each other, just because I want to see them go in more together and work as a team, you know, keeping everyone up. You know, tanks in the front, DPS in the back, supports just standing there being able to help them out, instead of this, you know, Lone Ranger, I can go in and stop it. And I would like to see the Tigers come up right here on the high ground and, hold here and then have D.Va and Winston go down and stop the cart if they ever need it instead of playing on the low ground is just, I feel like it's a better strategy. So let's see exactly how the dive is going to come in from the Falcons to disrupt everything that's going on. And as we see that, Meep is falling pretty far back away, so he doesn't get the burst of everything. And as I say that, they just go right in, right to the back line, and nobody is being able to take out Meep right now. Multiple ultimates being popped right now from the Falcons, and they're just fighting and stalling on the cart right now. Still, Meep is just hanging out until Lineth and Fruity Memes take him out. Great job, but I feel like they're just gonna keep trying to stall on the cart until, one side ends up winning, which I don't know if that's necessarily the best play. When you want to try for the 6v6 push, but the Falcons do end up getting it at the very end, and problem is they have a baby D.Va. I just want to see her go do a quick suicide and not feed ult charge, but it's okay. Meep already had his ultimate, so we're gonna see exactly how this plays out. Now that they have it, they're probably just gonna wait. And see, that's exactly what I want to see. Wait for your D.Va to come back and come all together at once. So don't just stand on the cart, feed ult charge, get a little poke back and forth. Just wait for your entire team to come in. So and Meep does get taken down immediately. This is not looking good for them. Even though Coalescence comes out, I expect this to be a losing fight as they're missing their main source of DPS. And so I just want to see them kind of back off and let the Falcons have this right now until you have your main DPS player. So Lineth does go in, goes after the back line, takes one, does get the second, very low, and that is almost a full team wipe, and that was a great job being able to take them all out. And so they just need to make a final stand here. And a very late stagger on the Moira, but they never get to touch the cart! Oh man, I forgot that they actually did not need to get a full hold, or a full cap. They just needed to pass where the Tigers left it. And with that, that'll be map 1. Lineth with the play of the game as Genji. Went pretty hard and is much deserving.
Surrender. Double kill. Triple kill.
And so with that, we're going to be hopping into map 2. So we're going to take a really, really quick break, and then we'll be getting into it. Thank you guys for sticking by, and we'll be back soon.
Epic.
It's nice to be...
Alrighty, everybody. We are going to just quickly talk about the next game as we are getting into it. I never really fully described what was going on. So we have a 4. We're going to be looking like the Overwatch League right now. It's going to go Hybrid, Assault, Control, and then Escort. And the 4 maps we're going to be playing are Numbani, Anubis, Nepal, and Junkertown. So Numbani was the Falcons' pick. Anubis is the Tigers' pick. And Nepal's once again the Falcons, with Junkertown being the Tigers. So we're going to be getting into Temple of Anubis really soon now, and best of luck to both teams. And strike that, I'm a liar. We do need a couple more minutes for everyone to get ready. And so, like I said, we're going to be getting into Temple of Anubis with the Falcons up 1-0. So, really good job on that last point. Did end up taking it with, really good job, basically wiping almost the entire team, and then the Tigers just didn't have enough time to get back on the point. So, they did a really, really good job. I want to commend Lineth on the attack. Really, really good job. And Steve did a wonderful job as Winston, really doing a great dive and stopping Meep from doing a lot of things on offense, and the supports from being able to, like Lord Mooman, from being able to, continue to help his team. And because he was doing a lot of healing, he always had coalescence up, got it really quickly. So that was pretty impressive. But, just a great job diving from the Falcons to get on it. And so it does look like we are going to be getting into the next game, which, like I said, is Temple of Anubis. Falcons are up 1-0. So, yeah. So just stay tuned and we'll be getting into it.
Now entering the Temple of Anubis.
Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. Like I said, this is going to be the Temple of Anubis with the Falcons versus the Tigers in our EGFH Overwatch Scrim. The Falcons are up 1-0 and are going to be starting Temple of Anubis on the blue side, which I believe is attack, or what I believe is defend. Sorry. And the Falcons are up 1-0. And along with that, this is the Tigers map pick. And so the Falcons went on their own. And yes, it is. Falcons will be playing defense first. So right now, if team comps stay the same for them on defense, it's going to be Soldier, Orisa, Zen, Moira, Roadhog, and the Junkrat. And so I do like this comp. It is a fairly solid comp. Usually you get set up right here to stop the choke point, or if you want to let them in the choke point, like let's say they get in, then you fall back to like up here or where Lineth is right now. And so I do expect to see some really good things out of them. But as we're seeing that, we get a full dive coming in with Tracer, Genji, and Winston Diva. So this is going to be pretty interesting to see exactly how it goes down. Steve has been a beast on Orisa, so I really want to see how they're going to hold out. And as we get started, we're going to see exactly how this attack's going to be coming in. So they know where they are, and I expect them to just kind of hold on with Penny popping his defense matrix to let them all in. And no, they're just going to use the Winston bubble and the Genji deflected. So they're already onto the left side. But Zoom gets a huge pick. That means they're not going to be able to do much. Both Mooman and Tracer are down. So that's a really good job by Schnarr. So now, as you see, they're falling back because they can't really hold that. But with them all in that area, I want to see exactly what's going to be going down. So, sorry, we're already missing some serious battles right here. And so, you see Fruity Memes going at it, dropping a lot of ults, but does realize that they need to fall back to stop the Tracer. But right now, the Falcons are falling by the wayside, and Meep already has an ultimate, but does not end up needing it as Hunting and Mooman end up taking everybody out. So really good job by them, and so the dive ends up working. I don't see any switches happening except for Linnet. Like I said, switches are happening. I take it all back. Linnet switches to Reaper for this final hold, and I do like that. That's good. But he's gonna be staggered up top. Does find Meep, and Meep ends up taking him out, which is really big. I expect them to just go straight in on this. They have Tormain has Coalescence, and I expect that to be used right now, even though Juice does go down. But Zoom does get two people with his one person and two people now, and Coalescence gets popped. Not really much happening as they're gonna have to fall back. That fight was pretty hectic, and I feel like they just did not coordinate using their ults at the right time. Tormain kind of threw his Coalescence out at the very end when the fight was kind of over as like a retreating one. But, just goes to show that, the Falcons are putting in a lot of effort on this defense. And so I really want to see Steve. I'm expecting him to throw down his supercharger fairly early to just get the full hold on this point and then build it up again. So we've seen that out of him multiple times. So I want to see a halt-hook combo pulling somebody important. But they're not timing it together, but that's okay. They're just figuring out exactly what's going on while the entire side of the Tigers get together. But Linnet takes out Penny's mech, and that's really important. And she's trying to die, but they're not letting that happen, which is really smart. So they just wasted like another 5 to 10 seconds just to kill her, and now she has to wait to respawn and get all the way back to the front lines. So really, really good play by Linnet there to stop that. But as we see the ult economy, Transcendence is up, so if Meep goes in with Dragon Blade, they are probably going to just pop that and then, deny any of the kills that he'd normally be getting. So we are seeing the attack come in once again. I do want to see if there's a halt combo. Really good job with the ultimate coming in, but it doesn't get anybody. And so right now, still no kills are coming in. And as I say that, Linnet takes down 2, but the Tigers trade 2 again, and so now it's just nobody's on the point, and I feel like they're just going to fall back because when you trade 2 for 2, the defending side always has an advantage right here as they're just going to respawn and be right back in the fight. So resetting as they get started, and now we see the Reaper's ultimate's up now, and so I expect him to just kind of let some people pass him and then just stand right behind them and pop it. And we see all 6 ultimates up by the Falcons. I expect them to only use like 1 or 2 to really stop this fight. And here it comes. Just gets a really quick pick off, heals up, and does go down. After using his ultimate, she's reflected by Meep, and I still feel like the Tigers are just gonna fall back. They can't do these 1-for-1 trades, 1-for-2, 2-for-2 trades when you're so far back on the point. So, with that being said, they did manage to get 1 ultimate out of the way, and Juice keeps switching. So now he's gonna pick the Zarya. I don't know exactly what their goal is for that one. Zarya, I don't know to be the greatest dive hero, and they still look like they're trying to run dive. So I don't know about that. And Penny's just getting taken down by Linnet. They just know he's been there that whole time, and so see all the ultimates coming out, and we see 3 of them pop by the Falcons to counter. What was that? I believe it was only 1 by the Tigers, and so a really good hold again. The whole hog, supercharger, and the Riptire going out to get the stops, and it's just looking pretty good for them.
This will restore you.
So they're going to be setting up for another push. Glacier still has his Transcendence. Meep has not popped his Dragon Blade, so until he gets something done, I don't expect to see anything going on. That is a really neat thing that I don't think I've ever seen. I haven't played in a while, but it shows you who your orb is on, both Discord and Harmony orb, so that's really neat. I do want to see him doing more charge blasts down this line instead of the slope things. And he's probably gonna have to pop his Transcendence here, and never mind, he holds on to it like a champion to make sure nothing really happens. And they repel the push one more time, and they're probably just gonna let this one stagger. They're not gonna let that one have anything. Just you need to run back to your team or something. And oh man, that's not looking good. Once again, another really long stagger on the Baby Diva. It's a great job, and I got quickly DC'd from the map, but another pick and getting DC'd once again. I do want to apologize. We will have all these issues fixed as soon as I go in the office and take care of these things. So I want to apologize. It looks like nothing's happened. They're still just defending, so I lucked out there. Didn't miss any big action like I did last time, but you know, I expected them to just wait up, and they have the Transcendence Coalescence, and I see Neep coming in. I want to see him pop his Dragon Blade. And it's not happening. Gets discorded, and he might just get taken down before he does anything. Linnet does take down 2 people, 3 people. And that's huge. That's going to be. They need to push back and wait for their teams to come together one more time before they try in. They have 30 seconds. So this is the last push. Glacier still has his Transcendence, never popped it. This man has been taking down all the DPS that's come after him and held strong, which is pretty impressive because normally, the lower level Zenyatta's want to use it right away, and nothing happens in a very late Genji Blade, but he's against 6 people, and Steve just says no thank you, you're not here to play, and they do a great job holding the second point. Not even a single percent on it, so they're going to need to get 33% on the second point if they expect to take this 2-0 right now.
0-1. Switching sides.
So we're going to switch sides and get into the second half of Temple of Anubis with the Falcons on offense and the Tigers on defense. So a little switch from how the defense was played on Numbani, with Hunting starting as a Junkrat instead of Tracer. I believe on this first point having a Junkrat's much better than a Tracer, so I am glad to see that. And I do expect to see a full dive once again out of the Falcons. And so with full dive, I have to say not a big fan of Hanzo. I've touched on this before. I do believe last week with when they ran this comp, he did get a really good, 3 frags, 2 frags each time on the first couple pushes, but did eventually fall. And I take it back, and if Zoom sticks on this Widow, it won't be full dive, but it might look to be like half dive pick comp. So we'll just need to make sure he dodges the Orisa shield if he wants to keep everything, knocking off heads. And so, looking at this so far, both teams have been pretty good, but I have to say that the dive and it almost feels like the tank line from the Falcons are doing a better job, and so they always are the ones getting the picks, and either using the halt hook combo or just halt to focus combo, and so I do want to see that they pick it up. But let's see if Zoom gets a quick pick here, and it switches or just stays on it. So they know that they're right there up close, and so I want to see exactly where they go with this. They need to use just the Diva Matrix to get in, and so there it is. He comes up, and still nothing yet with Lineth in the background. And I am once again apologizing at the full lag out. They do get 2 picks, and so a really good job with this dive, and oh boy, it is not looking good. I do not know what's going on. I'm dropping a few frames, but it shouldn't really be that bad. Man, we'll
now
back
entering
right now.
the Temple of Anubis.
Try to see what's going on.
I am becoming one with the
My ultimate is charging.
Looks like Lyneth did a pretty good job with Steve and Glacier popping off. So, you know,
Objective lost. New defense point.
now that everyone's coming back
Objective
in, I expect to see a really good hole on point 2. I want to apologize right now. We'll get these issues fixed for next time. We got the house internet, guys. Sorry, house internet not looking good. And great job by Meep, you know, sending in an arrow up there. But Hunting with his
nowhere to hide.
Riptire. Here it comes. I expect this is 10 seconds of death. And does get zoom, which is really good. And the Feral Monkey comes in, trapped up. You know, just in this corner right here, needs to get out. Is getting a bit of heals, but doesn't end up getting any kills yet. And Meat fires in his dragon arrow, hasn't gotten anybody, but Steve just standing there shooting him down. Coalescence comes in, man, this fight is going crazy, but with all these 1-for-1 trades, it always favors the defense, like I've said before, and I think Steve just needs to get off the point. It's not going to do him any good, just you know, taking more damage and feeding more ultimate charges. They do stagger Steve, which is pretty important. Really, really good hold here by the Tigers. And so we're going to be getting into it.
Hello there.
So
Greetings.
as we see this the offense come back in again, I don't know what we're gonna see. Meep is now on the McCree. He's gonna do a lot better job, you know, holding back any of these dives with the flashbang. So I want to see which side they go in on. They're still just trying to poke with zoom. I don't really like that much. They need to pick a side, go in. That's kind of their team comp is to do that. So maybe they're just trying to. I think they maybe just go and dry run and get the ultimates in. And, oh my gosh! Zoom and Schnarr combine to get 3 people. Or Zoom just takes down Hunting. One and so see a lot of fighting going down. They're all on the point. Meep needs to get on this point, and it's too late. Wow, I did not think that Diva Bomb was going to clip anybody because I thought it was in front of the shield, but like I said, they just go all in, and that was way faster than I thought it was going to be. Didn't give me any time to comment on that. So here it is, Lyneth with another play of the game, taking down a couple people. Probably just going to walk up, pop his ultimate. Really, really good job. Could easily have gotten the last kill there, and so a really, really solid offense and a final push by the Falcons, being able to now take this 2-0. And so with that, we're going to be getting into game number 3 soon. It will be Nepal, a control map picked by the Falcons, so they could go quickly push this to a 3-0 if they are able to take their own map. And so we do know that on control maps, we do get to see some changes. People do like to switch it up and pick things like Doomfist, so I want to see if that trend continues as we get into this. And so just give me a quick second as we switch maps and get into Nepal. Alrighty, everybody, welcome back. Like I said, this is the EGFH Scrim between the Falcons and the Tigers. Right now, the Falcons are up 2-0, and we are on the beautiful map of Nepal. And so, I want to see if we're going to see some Doomfist action. I know both these teams are prone to it on control maps. So, we're going to see exactly what goes down. And so, the Falcons are up 2-0 right now. This is their map pick, but the Tigers, you know, have taken these guys pretty far. And so, you know, I expect to see that these teams, you know, will continue to battle. I do hope to see the Tigers, you know, take a map, get some points down here. You know, I really feel like shoring up their tank line, and I think just moving more together. So I've seen a lot of times where maybe an individual is a little too far forward, and that's really where the Falcons have, you know, capitalized on that. And so right now we're just hanging out. No balls are getting shot. Feels bad, man. But as we get in, it looks like dive from both sides as we're getting into first round. So I want to see exactly how this plays out. You see right here, the Tigers are moving in, Hunting going off to the side, and so they do get control of the map point first, with Penny really helping out there with the speed boost. But you know, as they take the right side, Torbmain does get one, and Lineth responds, but everyone's fighting on the point right now. You know, it's looking really back and forth. Just everyone's just, you know, just kind of attacking each other, and not really much focus fire going on right now between main priority picks. But as I say that, the Falcons do end up going after more of the back line and forgoing the tank line, leaving them for the last ones to take out. And so they will secure control first of this point and get a good stagger on Juice's mech, and they are not going to take her out until way later. You know, once we've seen that so many times, and it's been impressive. And so we're gonna see Bacon Pie just firing down right here, wanting to get her mech back up, and needing to get it, you know, pretty important because Juice is back up now, so they might be coming in with the engage soon. So really wants to get it, and is at, you know, does get a call to mech down just as the Tigers are going in. And Meep already going in, getting one, not getting two yet, getting two, going in, there's the third one, taken down by Lord Mooman to help. And so really great job, only using the Dragon Blade to get all of those kills, and now just holding off until Bacon Pie suicides as the beat. But that was so impressive. Great target selection by Meep, going after the important ones. And right now, we do see Lineth with his own Dragon Blade, and there's not. We are getting the sound barrier as the only defensive support ultimate that can really probably stop it. So, you know, multiple ultimates up on both sides. We're going to see how they choose to manage their ult economy, if they're going to pop it at once. So I want to see exactly where Lineth goes. And here we do. He gets Penny, gets two. Both supports are down, going after the tanks now, and he can do that because there's no healing for them. And so, once again, a couple ultimates popped, and they all get pushed back. When I say a couple, I do mean more than one. We had Lineth, Steve, and Fruity Memes pop their own ultimates. So, it'll be 3 up on the side of Tigers. But right now, the Falcons are looking pretty good. Do get control back and are just barely above in percentage. But that's going to take up this entire time while we're waiting for them to come in. So right now, we're going to see the dive come in. We're going to see the dive come in from the Tigers, and with the coalescence popped by them as well, that should keep them on the point and probably get them a victory. Also using the Diva Bomb, Torbmain gets 2, Diva Bomb gets nothing, but they are winning this fight. And a respawn, Juice does take out the other Diva's mech, and so the only person left is Lineth on the point with Zoom running back and forth. But this is just a lost fight. You need to fall back and, you know, regroup. Don't feed any more ult charge. But as I say that, it does go down on the point, and will cap right before 90%. So this has just been going back and forth, back and forth. I feel like whoever holds defense on one of these points will end up winning the map, as that should be, you know, ending all pushes moving forward. Coming in from the top left and getting a quick pick on Zoom. Great job taking another one down is Lineth there, and they probably have to fall back there. And like I said, the first team to take a defensive hold is going to win this, and Tigers are looking really good right now. Hunting switches off to Tracer, but Meep on they're running triple tank with Meep now on Lucio. I mean, he is an amazing DPS player. I don't know why you want to take him off that, but we're going to see how it comes with Coalescence coming in. Lynn is also popping his Dragon Blade. See all the ultimates being popped by Falcons, wanting to win this last fight. I don't necessarily agree with, you know, the Transcendence being popped so early. Is you want to use that more to heal, and it didn't look like they were that low, but as I say that, they are taking the point. With that, it's going to be stopped at 99%, so we're going to have to see what the Tigers can do. They only have one ultimate. They only have Mooman's ultimate up. Only Coalescence to push on this last point. And Limit taking down Hunting. That's going to be really bad. His Juice is on the point, but it looks like he's going down fairly quickly. And they do get it, but they do get on point, so this is going to be overtime being stalled and pushed out. But, you know, I don't see the kill feed lighting up in red, and so that's really not looking good for the Tigers. As I say that, Meep and Hunting both take 2 down, and so we do see the Graviton getting popped, but nothing to follow it. And we've got a DPS Lucio going on right here, going hamburglers, already at 50% of his ultimate, and they are going to take that fight back. So impressive. I did not expect that to happen. Tigers come out with the victory. DPS Lucio, mark it down. You've seen it here first. It's going to come out in the Overwatch League soon. Holy smokes. What a great job. Even by Penny, I saw it at the end there, threw down the Graviton Surge to keep about 3 people from the Falcons locked in place. And then, you know, the Lucio attacks, they do add up, and that was pretty impressive. And so we're going to see the Falcons go down on their own map pick 1-0. Meep sticking to the Lucio on this last point. Still no Doomfist out of anybody. So right now, we're gonna see how both teams decide to move in towards. You see like a half dive, except the halt combo and hook combo on this map are both insane. So you see both of them running it. Both of them do go on the left side, and so we're gonna see a little bit of fighting right here. And Hunting is a huge mine, and that's going to secure them this fight, going to secure them point 1 as well. He's going to have his ultimate before no time, and holy smokes. Before the control point even unlocks, he has Riptire. Lineth switches to Reaper. I don't know how really well Reaper does on this map. I know it's close quarters, but I feel like you might want more aimers down the sight lines, and he's not really one to provide that. So Hunting sees them all coming in and knows they're going to be coming in, and probably just pop his ultimate right here and, you know, kill about 4 people if he wants to do it. But no, Lineth does take him down, and so won't be able to use that. It looks like it's going to be a really good push here from the Falcons as they come in. Both Coalescence getting popped. But right now, nobody's dying right now, and so I just expect to see them kind of holding till they come in, and we see multiple ultimates getting popped, nothing out of it, and so Hunting gets a huge 2k to stop any of them getting on the point. Bacon Pie tries to push off Tormain, but to no avail, and Zoom is just getting pushed back in the very end. Does take out Hunting before he goes down, and so unless they stagger him, it's going to be really good. But no, they do get the stagger, and so that'll be 50% already collected by the Tigers. And so they might come out to a quick 2-0 victory unless the Falcons have anything to say about this. You know, Meep already with his sound barrier, and so they're not really looking to get in. He's just kind of hanging out up top, waiting for them to come in and then boop them off. And he sees them all. I expect to see a huge boop coming in, and does not get anybody. Does pop his ultimate though. So now gets one, which is really impressive. Linda takes 2 down, though. Always impressive to see what that man can do. Coalescence comes out once again. Moo Man, I feel like we've talked about him every single time Coalescence has popped. That man just always has it out there. And like I say, that Fruity Memes has his own, but gets pushed off by Meep again. Meep is going absolutely bonkers right now on Lucio. DPS Lucio, boop Lucio, it doesn't matter. This man is getting all the kills he needs. Takes out Zoom before he gets his ultimate off, which then stops it. And it looks like that's going to be a really quick 2-0 from them. And Glacier gets pushed off, and once again I get hit with a huge lag spike stopping it. And Lyneth comes in to try and stall, but I do, oh man, I do believe that the Tigers just took that 2-0. Holy smokes, I'm gonna apologize. The most key moment, everything goes down.
To Nepal.
As we load back in, we do see at the very end, the Tigers get the 2-0 victory. I called that one. Man, I didn't even need the screen to see it. It's how next level I am. But we're going to see this play of the game. Glacier as Zenyatta. Throwing those orbs, I'm assuming.
Double kill. Triple kill. This will heal you.
Okay, that was a pretty good play of the game by them. Really solid job, you know, putting everything down. So, and just like that, the Tigers 2-1 get their first map. Really, really solid job by them. So, you know, as I say that, we're gonna get into map number 4. Map number 4 is Junkertown, chosen by the Tigers. If they want to tie this up, this is the map to do it. It's gonna be looking pretty intense. So, let me have 1 second. We're gonna, you know, switch up the maps and get right into it. Thank you all for tuning in right now. My name is Alex, and you're watching EGFH Scrims, brought to you by EGF. Welcome everybody. This is the 4th map of our scrim today, and like I said, it is 2-1 Falcons. And if you missed it, the Tigers came out absolutely huge on that control map and took it 2-0. I gotta say, Meep is back on the McCree on more of a standard DPS, but his Lucio was phenomenal that game. So with this, if the Falcons win it, they're going to win 3-1. But if the Tigers win, it'll be tied 2-2. We'll go back to control. It'll be Lijiang Tower for everyone's pleasure. And I really hope that we do get there because I want to see Meep on more Lucio. That should be pretty exciting. And so I want to see exactly what kind of comps we're going to run. You know, Glacier hovering Bastion isn't that weird for this kind of map. You need to see Protect the President happen, you know, fairly often, but I do expect to see him switch back to Zenyatta before it's all said and done. Pretty standard team compositions as we've seen this entire time. The only thing I would say is I was half expecting to see Penny or Juice play the Orisa, where you can just kind of stall right here at the beginning, get on the high ground, set up, but he's going to be on the Diva instead. And so, we're going to see exactly what we have to come out. And so, they're all hanging back, and Glacier is staying on it. So we're going to see Protect the President. Also, Lyneth, playing Hanzo just to see exactly what's going to be coming out. Throwing the quick shot, and actually is staying on it. So we're going to see this. We're going to see what Glacier can do. Once he dies, it'll be probably just have to hang back. And so I want to see Hunting get in here and just pop some really good job. But no, with that, Penny gets taken down really quickly. So there it is. Hunting trying to take him out, but it's no avail. And Protect the President is going strong. Still set up right here. And finally Hunting goes on the point. Does get the double mine take him out. And so that should probably stop all this. You see Juice moving in. Steve just trying to hold his own ground. And he's done a pretty good job of that so far. But, Penny's back now after getting taken out first. So I kind of want to see them fall back, get on the high ground. But Zoom, nobody realized he was up there. Taking heads out. I feel like he just needs to send body shots in right now. There it is. Two-shotting Lord Moonman. And, now with the Glacier back up, he does have his ultimate, so they're not going to be able to stop it. And Dragon Arrow already comes out, and so I expect to see them just continue to push with this. Glacier is just going to set up back on the cart. And a Meep reflects Zoom shot, takes him out. That's huge. Meep, the god. But they're probably going to have to hold back. And we do see the tire coming in. Does take down Glacier, so there's going to be no ultimate here on the very end. Juice pops his ultimate. So does Torbman. They're pushing everyone back off here. Lord Moonman even pops his. I feel like that was a little overkill. He didn't need to use all the ult at once, but what a hold. Starting with Meep. This man right here, the Lucio God, back on the traditional DPS playing Genji. And so Zoom's going to stay on, but Glacier does switch off even though he had his ultimate. I feel like I would have liked to see them utilize that one time. And so you see them all moving up slowly, and oh man, Torbmain. Man, what are you doing right here? That's just way out of position. Your entire team's on the other side, and we see Supercharger goes down with a lot of ultimates being popped right now. Nobody dies to that, but the Falcons do just move forward and slowly take down the rest of them. And so taking with this double sniper comp going into point number 2, we're going to see exactly what we get as Meep just goes in and does a really good job. Takes 2 people down. Now has his Dragon Blade. I expect to see him go in really deep for these supports on the next shot. So nobody's stopping the cart yet. And so Fruity Memes gets stuck behind. Gotta feel bad for that one. And with that, you see them all moving in again. And Nipa goes in, gets nobody for his troubles. Really good job to focus him down by the Falcons. And so
There is chaos.
now we're going to see Lord Moonman just hanging out up here. If Zoom sees him, he's going to be dead. But Zoom missing a lot of shots to stop anything from happening. With that, you see Hunting hunt him down just as you would expect, but not good enough. And so with Zoom all the way back there, the cart is still slowly being pushed forward, but Meep is stopping them down in their tracks. Lyneth is taken down, but that's probably going to be a full retreat by the side of the Falcons. And like I said, Torbmain takes down Zoom. That's not going to be good. They just need to fall back here before they feed any more ult charge. You do not want to give Meep a dead eye to hold on to this next point.
My ultimate is charging.
So we're going to see exactly what Lord Moonman wants to do here. I want to see him fire down some charge shots. Coalescence and Transcendence popped way too early by both these supports. I mean, Coalescence you could argue was fine, but Transcendence did not need to be popped there. I didn't even see any of them getting low. And with that, Meep does take another one out with his High Noon, so... Using 3 ultimates and 2 support ultimates at that to stop the fight. This is going to be a feasting ground for Lyneth with his next Dragon Blade with no ultimates up at all. Tigers have nothing. So unless they're able to pick him off, you know, with a hook combo as he pops it, this is not looking good. So
I cast this forth.
now as we're getting into it, they're all still set up here on the high ground. I expect to see Mooman just pop down, you know, orbs, charge it up.
Darkness falls.
It does need to get a little healing before they move forward. And like I said, there it is. Does get 1, keeps going, goes for 2. Is he gonna get 3 before he's done? No, but does get taken out by Hunting. But like I said, without any support ults, you know, it's just not gonna be looking good for the fight. And Supercharger goes down again. I do expect Steve to be able to push through this more, even though we do see the Coalescence come down. I just want to see them continue to push down this point. That's what we're seeing here. Steve and company are just moving forward on them all. Juice does take a couple out, but Zoom's Riptire's coming in. I do expect this to grab at least 1 or 2. Nobody yet. It's just kind of hanging out on point. It does take out Moonman, and so they'll be able to clean up and continue to push down to get to the second checkpoint. Whew, that one was a doozy, boys. I feel like the Tigers need to hold on to their support ultimates just a little bit until you see at least the DPS ultimate popped in. Now they're just going to keep moving down. Not really much to see. We see, once again, setups on the low ground. I don't know how much of a fan I am of this. Halt pulls everyone together, but it's not really doing anything, and so, you know, they're just kind of poking back and forth until they, you know, end up engaging with each other. High Noon comes out, gets taken out before he shoots a single bullet. That's huge. Bacon Pie with a huge pick right now, and you know, until they just have to fall back, and that's exactly what they're doing. And once again, Hunting takes out Lynn. I feel like that's what always ends up happening to stop them, but you know, we got ultimates on both sides. I expected them to pop down again. You know, as soon as they get set up, Steve's going to pop down the Supercharger. We're going to see Coalescence come out, and Bacon Pie is going to push everyone back so that he can just whole hog everyone off the hook, or whole hog everyone off the point. And as we see that here, we do. Whole hog getting everybody, absolutely everybody. Too late. Transcendence comes in, stops any damage from coming out, but they're just standing on the point now, both sides. Without any more kills coming in, we are going to be able to see the defense come back and stop the point. But doing a really good job. We even see Meep switch to a Sombra to stop the hack people and get on the cart quicker. And is just kind of hanging out here, trying to hack different people, just trying to stay alive, but does get taken out. And with only Juice left, they just got to take him out, and they will push to the very end. No, Penny does come in huge, gets the stop with his charge as Reinhardt, but gets taken out. And finally, they do. With 0 time left, the Falcons push to the very end. Holy smokes, what a stall by the Tigers, but just was not good enough as they started coming in, trickling one after the other. Whew. So, you saw it. 0 time left. The Tigers are going to need to push all 3 points to even have a chance at overtime and send this into a 5th and final map. If not, the Falcons are going to take this 3-1, take the victory, make it a repeat after last week. So, as I say that, we're going to be getting into the second half with the Tigers on offense, and already we see it. They might do the exact same comp if we see Hunting stay on the Bastion. So I do expect big things out of it. A little different Protect the President comp as they also have the Reinhardt instead of just the Orisa. So as I say that, looks like he might switch off, moving the picks around. But a really important thing to note is Glacier is playing Ana. We haven't seen Ana this entire set of games yet, and so being able to sleep dart and anti-heal to be able to finally pick people off is absolutely huge when it comes to stopping the Protect the President composition.
It's hard to just sit around knowing there's someone out there that needs to be blown up.
And with all that being said, we have 10 seconds until the game starts. And, you know, sneaky hiding here from both Bacon Pie and Glacier, and Fruity Memes and Zoom. And as I say that, they all just move away. So, I want to see exactly how it's going to get set up. And we just see some grenades getting rained over, but Protect the President is in full swing. And so, ooh, we get to see, are they going all the way around? They are going all the way around. Falcons going around, getting the Hulk combo, pushing him off, but the Rhine shield is there, and with Rhine there, they were not expecting the protection that he provides, because he can move as well, and the shield is now mobile instead of an immobile Orisa one. And they're going to keep pushing, and that's not looking good. I do expect the Falcons need to run off, suicide, and then start playing some defense, because can't do anything from that far behind. Just nothing's going to happen. They're just staying on the cart. They're getting free push. I don't know how I feel about that. Hunting takes down another one, so with that being said, they're just you know, they get the anti-heal down, but it's just not enough. But as I say, that anti-heal comes in, they all full dive in, get them taken down, and so Torbmain revives Hunting, and with Hunting, does not have his ultimate. Probably tried to pop it right before he went down, which is never good, but they do end up getting all the picks, and so you know, you just gotta feel bad. Meep's on the Widowmaker. Already got the infrared sight, and so you don't want to play hide and seek with that one there.
You must like me.
And Fruity Memes goes revive him. And keeps him up as Meep just takes down more people. And so now we're going to see the push again. Hunting on that Bastion, but Meep takes out the Riptire. Meep is just going pretty hard right now, and so they're going to be able to keep pushing this point. So really good job. Unless Fruity Memes wants to pop his Valkyrie and keep everybody in this fight, I feel like they're gonna lose it. And so both Valkyries are popped. You know, Lyneth just trying to be in the background. Kill, and does end up taking him out. Lyneth here, I think he's taking down 2 people with his pulse bomb right now. But nobody's stopping Meep, and I feel like that's pretty important. They keep trying to focus down this Bastion, but it's just never good enough. Meep and company just keep pushing it down. Hunting, taking names right now, and with that, does get
the payload has reached the checkpoint.
First checkpoint. And so the Falcons are going to need to regroup and figure out a different defense, because Protect the President is getting changed up. We're going to see Tracer played, and we're going to see what Meep can do, because he's been popping off, and Lyneth does not want to be there. I feel like he's going to keep racking up some solid ultimate charge. Just getting healed up, it's not going to be good enough. You need to move. You do not want to fight this man. And as I say that, Lyneth... I thought Lyneth had his number, but Meep still takes him out. And Zoom with the 4-man Riptire. I thought the Coalescence could have taken it out fast enough, but that is not the case. This man on your screen right now, the savior, doing a little dance and a jig, totally deserved after what he just did, saving the Falcons from a pretty impressive push that the Tigers are putting together. And so, you know, they're not going to have that again, but you know, with all these people just behind the Orisa shield, Meep doesn't have clear sight lines for this, and so I want to see exactly what ends up happening. You know, we see Glacier kind of just hanging back, healing people up, and although Meep does take out Lyneth, I don't think it's going to be good enough as long as everyone just plays behind the shield. And so Glacier trying to poke shots in. Misses the sleep dart, but it's okay because they just know that it's one Tracer behind them, and they should be able to take them all out together. And nothing done yet, but I want to say Steve's just holding strong right here. Halt, and with that, Hunting takes 2 down, both supports. That's just a lost fight for them right now. This man is going pretty insane, and so they're probably just going to be able to keep pushing this the card up, get second point, and have a lot of time for this last point. And so you want to say a really, really good job by them moving forward.
You must like me.
Lyneth trying to stall a little bit, but Meep sees it, takes it out, and just like that, they no longer have a Lyneth on the field. And so they're going into map number point number 3, final point. They do need to move it all the way forward if they want to go into overtime. And Penny with a 3K. Once again, these people are coming in huge. These ultimates are getting so many people. Zoom's ultimate, Hunting's ultimate, Lyneth's ultimate, and now Penny coming in with a huge Diva Bomb to secure an easy push around this little, whatever this is called. This little spinny thing. I'll call it the spinny thing. Super, super high quality level production. We're calling that thing a spinny. But, you know, setting up on the high ground, and so we're going to see exactly what goes down. Them going in. Penny's trying to focus down the shield, pushing them away, and Meep's just hanging out in the back, trying to take down people. But Zoom gets taken care of, and just like that, we get a full hold by the Falcons to stop them from moving forward. Oh boy, Glacier's still staying on this. I have to say, maybe I just missed it. I don't think I've seen a nano boost yet, and so I want to see if we're going to see a nano blade or if we're going to see a nano Orisa, because Orisa's been playing really, really well. Zoom takes down 2 people, taking out the Mercy means this push is just over. So they have a minute left that they have to hold, and we do see 3 ultimates out, with 3 ultimates to respond with, and so until they're very, very far, they're playing very far forward here by Steve and Bacon Pie, and I don't want to see that. Hunting takes down Zoom. I do believe he's going to be resident time, so they're gonna, if they just hold back and play pretty far back, they should be okay. And so I'm sorry, I can't really get into that. Now, both Valkyries getting popped right here. Meep takes down Fruity Memes, though. That's huge. And with that being said, they're gonna have to fall back and play defense a little bit farther back, and they're going to have to wait for the final hold. They're going to wait for everyone to come back up and get one final hold. This is absolutely huge. This man taking down the important people. And so they just got to wait. Fruity Memes, don't go out yet. Wait for your tanks. Wait for your tanks. You don't need to be out there. And it's too late. Lyneth goes out, having the nano blade. But no, once again, Penny coming in with a huge Diva Bomb. And they're just trying to stall right now. Meep with his own Dragon Blade, trying to take down Bacon Pie. Eventually gets the slices out, and Hunting does do it, and with 5 seconds left, no, the stall comes out, so it's going to be 0 seconds left even if they get this point, and so overtime gets popped. They need to kill more of the Falcons if they want to continue to push this point down. Bacon Pie with his own ultimate trying to push everyone off, but Meep takes him down. Steve's the only one that's left, and with that they are going to get it. Both teams complete the map. A minute on the clock. Let's see how far they push. Wow, that was simply amazing. Holy smokes, the amount of clutch Diva Bombs by Penny in the last point. Didn't really have anything on the first 2 points. When it came in, when it mattered the most, he came in the clutch. Holy smokes, that guy. Great Diva play by him. And also great play by the DPS players like Meep and Hunting, just going after the supports. Holy smokes, those people barely had any time alive. And that is impressive, because normally the tanks are doing a pretty good job of keeping them alive, or picking off the DPS so that nothing can happen. So, great change of pace. And I want to see, it doesn't look like we're going to be running a Protect the President on this first push. It's going to be a standard 2-2-2 setup with Zoom on the Widowmaker, No Widowmaker to battle, but we have seen Meep deflect enough shots where, you know, it's going to get dicey if he thinks he's going to have free reign. So, minute on the clock. Got to see how far each team pushes, and that'll be it.
Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
See nothing going on right now. Both teams kind of respecting what's going on. And here we come. The dive now comes in. You know, people getting pretty low. Lyneth just, you know, trying. They're all getting pushed back is the main thing right now. The Tigers have to fall back. And Zoom takes one out. Huge, but Tormain gets the rise on him. I expect to see Zoom just keep picking more people off. Let's see it.
Time grows short. Attack.
You're getting a lot of percentage on the ultimate, and nothing's really is going on. They're just kind of pushing the cart slowly, and with a lot of people getting taken down, we are seeing ultimates build up pretty fast. Coalescence comes out. I want to see it popped right now. Keep pushing the point, and there it is. Both Coalescences come out, and I want to see the next one to come up is Linus Dragonblade. He's going to use it to secure the fight. No, he does not need it. He's going to hold on to it. Meat pops his own Dragonblade, but doesn't get anything out of it right now. But Hunting takes 2 down with his own Riptire, but I expect to see anybody who comes up to face Linus' Wrath. And here it is, just like I said. Nothing. He gets absolutely nothing out of it. Hunting goes insane and gets a stop, but that does not look like it's going to do anything to stop this push, as Steve just keeps pushing people off with his Primal Rage. Wants to get as much distance as possible. Great job stopping any damage from the self-destruct. Not seeing the 3Ks like we did see on point 3. But Tormain popping his Valkyrie, and with them being so close to the point, that might I just don't know who's going to end up taking this down. But we do see the Falcons getting a lot of picks right now. Tormain needs to res those as soon as they go down, just like that one. And nothing happening yet, and they just keep getting more picks. Tormain finally reses Meep, but goes down in the process, and that's not looking good for them right now. More fighting on the cart. Everything just going back and forth. Another Coalescence coming out from Fruity Memes, and that's going to let them keep pushing this cart. That's going to be point 1 captured. An amazing push by them in the final. And so they're going to need to just stay on this payload, and they can't ever get off of it. First fight they lose. First time they get Hulk comboed into a 6-man Deadeye will mean that's game for them. So, the Tigers playing reservedly and making sure that they set up properly to just get the fight win instead of trying to push as far forward as possible to stop them. And so, with that being said, Lyneth and Steve all have their ultimates, and so I want to see him pop it right now. And with that, doesn't get stunned but takes him out anyways. Tormain reses but gets taken down, does not get the res off actually. So Lyneth, the reason that they're going to keep pushing, potentially get to the 3rd point, a quick 2 points from them. Never able to get off the cart. Only Penny and Meep have their ultimates right now. And so Steve, Bacon Pie, and Glacier have it. I want to see that. Penny getting taken down. They needed that ultimate. I just want to see him suicide and come back as full diva instead of trying to slowly build the ult charge up. So they're getting set up on the low ground again. No time to set up on the high ground as the Falcons just come in. If they get all 3 points in it, but Tormain goes down again. No luck on the ultimate by Bacon Pie. Penny's finally back. He's probably going to just pop his ultimate. No, falls back to his team. Wants to try and get one last fight where they can actually stop him. Man, these people have never gotten off the cart since point 1, and they have just continued to push. We see the ultimate coming in.
All systems checked out.
Got nothing for it, and that's probably, this is not looking good right now unless the Tigers have an absolutely amazing final hold where they're able to pick multiple people off. I believe that Lyneth with his Dragonblade again, all these ultimates, they almost have 6 ultimates. They're going to be able to stop everybody from doing anything, and so I just expect him. and does get one. Almost gets two. Gets the gets two, and with that, that's going to be the game. I expect them to push all the way to the very end. Just push that diva off with your monkey,
Double kill.
and just like that, they do get stopped right really quickly by Meep, but does not get anything else.
Round 3
And
complete.
after taking the entire time during the first time they tried pushing the cart, they get all 3 points,
Switching
never
sides.
getting off of it. The Tigers were not able to come together and get one team fight victory, so they're going to need to see all 3 points in 1 minute if the Tigers want to have a chance at, tying up this map. And so that was absolutely insane. We want to see what kind of composition these teams are running.
I can't
so-
wait to see you all in action.
The composition that helped them out get the victory on the final push is the one that they're going to stick with on defense. Oh boy. 3 points in 1 minute. Meep is going to need to go absolutely insane with these headshots if they want to make that happen.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
So they just need one good fight. They just need one good fight, and this will be game. Setting up on the left side here. A little bit of cheese strat, as normally, teams like to set up in different places, but it's okay because they're running the dive, and so as soon as they get on that point, I expect them to go after Hunting and Meep immediately, possibly
5,
Mooman and
4,
Tortmain. So
3, 2, 1. 60 seconds remaining. Stop the payload.
Bacon Pie showed himself, so they might have an inkling that they're all there. And now that they do see him, so they're going to know that they're coming. And just like that, the dive comes in straight away, going after the back line, and doing a really good job of it, already getting a couple picks, getting multiple picks. Linneth going absolutely insane, getting a 3K. He's going to go for 4. No, there aren't enough people alive for him. Linneth full team wipes them staggeredly, and so with that, already at 50%, only 30 seconds left. They're going to need to get absolutely, they're going to need to go insane if they want to stop this. Meep sticks on the Widowmaker, hoping that he can get some picks, but they need to get on this card. They only got 15 seconds left. And if the dive comes in strong again from the Falcons, it's not going to look good. Linneth's probably going to get his blade again. And just like that, they're going in deep. They're going after the back line. Meep going after it. Linneth going down. Gets the pick off. Needs to get his healing. Gets all the way back up. Gets another one. About to get his blade. And if he gets this, it should be Glame. Finds Hunting. Hunting does end up going down. Yes. Oh, Penny goes down right before he can drop the hammer too. And that's going to be game. Holy smokes. Got the full first hold on the point. Little dance from him as well. Falcons take it 3-1 after an insane Junkertown game. Wow. This is Zoom's, I believe, his 4K that keeps him in the game. Just like that, all 4 people. Yeah, we highlighted that, the dance. And with that, the Falcons take it 3-1 on this scrim night against the Tigers. Amazing plays by both the teams. I gotta say, I gotta highlight Linneth. Amazing job. Took down 3 people each time at the very end. And so with that, we are going to be calling that a night. Thank you guys all for tuning in. My name is Alex Flabbyman Bylina. This is EGFH Scrims. And you just saw the Falcons take the 3-1 victory over the Tigers. We will catch you guys next time.